Hello students, today I am going to teach you chapter 9 fundamental rights, fundamental duties and directive principle of state policy. So in the previous video I was talking about the fundamental rights and also some fundamental duties. Now let us start. Today I am going to teach you the directive principle of state policy. Okay. So here it is the directive principle of state policy. So directive means which give guidance to the state to function the government. So directive principle of the state have been incorporated in the chapter 4th of the constitution. The objective of the directive principle of the state policy is to guide the present and future. So the objective of the directive principle is to guide the present and the future to the center and the state government in the policy of making in various policy related field. So while the state and the central government they are making the different policies, so they should have to follow the principles which are described in the directive principle of state policy. These principles are directive, the state is not bound to fulfill them. And the whatever the principles are given in the directive principle state policy, they are just only for guidance. Okay, so that state is not bound to fulfill them. Okay, but it's moral responsibility of the state to keep them these principle in the center for framing any policy. But this is the responsibility of the state. Okay, while they are framing any policy, so that time they should have to keep this principle in the center for framing any policy or the act. The main objective of this policy is to see that any political, social and economical justice should be available to all. So all the justice, all type of justice, justice of political, justice of social and justice of economy for the all peoples of India, all the citizens of India, it's available to all. Such a social structure should be established for the fulfillment of the objectives and the aims of the state. And the structure, it should be established there for the fulfillment of the objectives and the aims of the state. The principles serve as a guideline. This is no provision in the constitution to implement this principle of law. The fundamental principle do not provide any legal support or legal right. Okay, to follow this directive principle, there is no any fundamental principle do not give back support. That then also the framing and the administrating the law of the state, these are fundamental. Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar to rule the regime, these principles are the foundation. Okay, if you want to rule over any country, okay, so this principle, the directive principle are the foundation of the rule. It means an attempt to establish political democracy in our constitution. Political democracy is incomplete without social and economic democracy. So that means it can be said to attempt to establish political democracy in our constitution. Political democracy is incomplete without social and economical democracy. Okay, political democracy is incomplete if people will not get socially and the economically equality. They will not get a right, social and the economical right. Means that the most important social and economical democracy. यानी कि सोसाइटी में भी और इकोनॉमी की तरह से भी उनको डेमोक्रेटिक राइट मिलना जरूरी है. So then we can say that country is a democratic country. Okay, just only political democracy, that means that the country is a democracy. Okay, but democratic country is incomplete. The political democracy is incomplete without social and economical democracy. So in India, constitution has included directive principle of the state policy in the 4 sections of the amendment. Okay, there is in the constitution the directive principle state policy are included in the 4 sections of the amendment, यानी कि जब उसमें इम्प्रूवमेंट सुधारा जब करने में आया तब उसमें 4 सेक्शन ऐड किए गए थे. So to kind of country that we want to create, the kind of society we want to construct, that vision is reflected in the directive policy. The kind of country, the kind of society where is a no any discrimination, society without any exploitation, society where the all people will get the socially and economic right. Okay, these aims are reflected in the directive policies. The directive principle are actually direction given by the constitution to the union and the state government to adopt such policies that will help to establish an unbiased society in our country. Okay, and these directive principle are actually directions given by the constitution to the union and the state government. Okay, they have to adopt this policy and that will help to the country to establish an unbiased society in our country. The primary aim of this principle, यानी कि जो मेन एम है, ध्येय क्या है इस प्रिंसिपल का, द डायरेक्टिव प्रिंसिपल ऑफ स्टेट पॉलिसी, व्हाट इज द एम, is to establish a social system based on social, economical and political justice. Means the people, citizen of the country, all will get the justice in the based on social, economical and the political. These principles are about the implementation of the objectives and ideals presented in the preamble. Okay, in the preamble also there is a, we can see the words are written, the social, economical and the political justice. These principles are not included in the Constitution of India, and the directive principles are not included in the Constitution of India, but these principles do not serve legal rights or legal backing or legal utilization too. These principles have no any legal back support, backing or the legal rights. Means if any executives, if they violate these principles, directive policy of state, so there is no any legal actions that country can be taken against them, because they are just only for the directive principle. It is not necessary to fulfill them. Okay, these principle incorporate such right as a required for all the for the overall development of mankind. और ये जो principle है, these are the incorporate such rights as are required for the overall development of mankind, यानी कि पूरी मानव जात का विकास करने के लिए ये principle, these principles are most important. These directive principles are divided into various sections, and these principles also are divided into the various different sections. They are divided. Let us see that which are the sections, according to which sections this principle policy are function. First principles is the principle related to the economic policy. Economic. So let us see about the economic principle which are direct to the state and the center. So for the modification of economic policy, there are certain principles which are given below. For the modification, if they want to make a new types of the economic system, new types of the economic policy, so then they have to keep in the mind, keep in the center these kinds of the principle that which are given the below. First is the equal distribution of wealth and resources among all class for the welfare of the citizen. I mean, what are the distributions? Resources, they are distributed among the all classes for the welfare of the citizen. यानी कि the resources will be not given to any particular caste, creed or the people or the group of the people, but it should be distributed to among all class for the welfare. Second is asset and production of resources should not be distributed to certain group or section. This will be administered by the state. And whatever the asset and production, asset means land, where we can say the property, and the production from the resources, so that production it should be also not distributed to a certain group or the section, caste, creed, people, any particular, But these productions, asset and resources, production of resources, it should be given to all classes by the administrated by the state. Number third, equal pay for equal work for both men and women. This is the right to equality. Okay, it also can be included in it. So equal pay for equal work. Okay, I also explained before it is. Okay, so this is also the principle in the economic policy. Means if both are paid the equal, so both the fill the economic equality. Number fourth is provisions for good health for labor. Working at place will be created. Okay, the where the laborers are working, that place will be healthy, hygiene. Because of financial constraints, the men, women, and young children working at unhygienic places or where health matters are reiterated should not be allowed to happen. Okay, and because of the financial problem, the men, women, and the child and the children, they are working at the unhygienic places. Even if we are going there, we can't open our mouths or the nose also. Even we can't breathe there. In that kind of the places, these people are working there. So it is also responsibility of that company or the industries. They should have to give them hygienic atmosphere where these kinds of people are working. Okay. The state should make provisions for support and education in matters right to employment, old age, illness, or the inauspicious situation, poverty, etc. Okay. So the state should make also the provisions for the support the old age people, right to employment, that all people will get the employment. That should be also right to have to make in the act. Illness or inauspicious situation, this kind of situation means when the people are willing to do work but because of the ist health or the any parts of its body are damaged, so that he can't do work. So in this kind of situation, that government should help them, and also in the poverty. Number three, principle related to international and political policies. International and the political policies. So, Panchayati Raj should be established by the state, for which proper leadership, officers, and the financial aid should be provided to the conduct the work in free way. Panchayati Raj. Okay, it is at the local level, taluka panchayat, gram panchayat, jilla panchayat. So, it established by the state for the proper functioning, proper leadership, officers, and the financial aid should be provided very easily, and this all that can free in work. The state should separate the service from corporate mindedness, and it should be in liberty, so the judge can be impartial, fearless, and courageous in rendering judgment. Okay, and that state also should be separate from the service of corporate mind dense, and should be in liberty. Okay, while that judiciary, it is imparted or the separate from the executive and the legislative. So while whenever the judge is giving the judgment can be the impartial, fearless, and the courageous. The judgment should be not, it will not doing the judgment with partiality. Number third, the state should make attempts to maintain international peace, security, to establish fair relation between the nation, and to increase respect of national law. And there is also, by this policy, the country or the state, they have to make a good relation with the other foreign countries, and also establish fair relation between the nation to increase respect of international law. Principle related to education and cultural policy. Okay, maybe we, while we are, I'm going to teach you, so also that we can be reflecting that mind that all over the rights, right to equality, right to freedom. Okay, this is the now right to education and the cultural. So there's also principle related to education and the cultural policy. So free and compulsory education for the children in the age group between 6 to 14 years in mentioned in the constitution, and it is fundamental right to education since 2009. In 2009 there was a frame the act RTE, right to education. So in that time, there was amendment made in our constitution, and the age group between 6 to 14 years child. So for them, there is a free and compulsory education provided by the government, by the state government too. To preserve and protect state heritage, artifacts, monument, culture, places, art and buildings, the state should protect these cultural heritage place from distortion, robbery, transitioning, disposal, and deterioration. The state should have the aim of preserving the culture and the historical places. That is our culture. So we have, it is our responsibility, it is our moral responsibility to preserve and the conserve our culture. So we also can be safe, the safeguard our culture, heritage places from destruction यानी कि उसको टूटने से, that people are not robbing there. लोग चोरी कर जाते हैं मूर्तिस, idols, some old antique pieces. Okay, transitioning means people are transferring that one place to another place, like sometimes temples also, small temple, not the big. Disposals and the deterioration, they're deteriorating that monument. So the state should have the aim to preserving the culture and historical legacies, यानी कि जो हमारी परंपरागत हिस्टोरिकल लेगेसीज है उसको बचाना की जिम्मेदारी भी स्टेट की है. एंड इट इज ऑल्सो द प्रिंसिपल रिलेटेड टू एजुकेशन एंड कल्चरल पॉलिसी. Principle related to health policy. Okay, that we know that health is wealth. यानी कि अगर हम हेल्थ अच्छी होगी तो आगे भी हम कुछ कर सकते हैं, that we can be progress. But if health is not good, then the gift in front of gift there is a well disease, food is also wasteless, useless. So health is the most important. So the public wellness and hygiene should be provided along with the provision for better nutrition and health amenities for the people by the state. Public wellness and the hygiene यानी कि लोगों की सुरक्षा, लोगों की तंदुरुस्ती के लिए there is a provide provisions for the better nutrition, अच्छा पोषण युक्त आहार मिले, खुराक मिले, and the health लोगों की अच्छे से सुधरे. That is why of the people by the state. Okay, and that is why the many of the provisions also in the school, there is all the government school are giving the midday food, यानी कि बच्चों को 12 बजे बाद उनको खाना दिया जाता है स्कूल में फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट. Prohibition of harmful drugs, the medicine also that we can say, and also drugs which people are using for the addiction, नशा करने के लिए जो यूज़ करते हैं. ओके, सो दिस टाइप्स ऑफ द हार्मफुल ड्रग्स विल बी प्रोहिबिटेड. उनको पूरी तरह से बंद कर देना चाहिए, प्रतिबंध लगा देना चाहिए. Harmful soft drink and drugs will be done by the state. Harmful soft drink. Okay, which soft drink we are eating? That Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Thumbs Up, these all are called the soft drink. So in some soft drinks are dangerous for our health. Okay, so these types of the soft drinks will be prohibited. These should be further banned as it will create health hazard for the public. Many of the time that we also have heard that people who are drinking the alcohol, and because of the alcohol many of the people are died while they drink the alcohol. दारू पीने की वजह से लोगों की मौत होती है. Okay, so that government should have to prohibit these types of the drinks. To preserve the environment with the latest amendment, thereby taking care of the forest and the vegetation should be the policy of state. And just not only about that is health related to the man's only, but there also we have to we should preserve our forest and the vegetation. We have to not to cut more trees. Now fifth, hygiene environment should be maintained in the working areas of labors. In the previous principle also that we have studied, that for the people who are working in the industry or in the company, so by the company they should provide the hygiene working area. They should have social and cultural development at the time of leisure. Means while they are working and when they are the free, so that time there should be a social and the cultural development time. Thus they also can be entertain themselves. Entertainment provisions will be there to maintain mental health. These provisions will be kept in concern by the state. okay, like a cricket ground, football ground, chess, badminton, and others also games and entertainment events will be provided by the government. So what happened because of this, they maintain their mental health, okay. Thus, this principle provide guidance to the state to take lead toward establishment of equal, just, and social order without any exploitation. The directive principle envisages for the society, future society. They guide us to the direction that we should go and lead us to our destination. So this principle provide guidance to the state to lead toward the establishment of equal, just, and social, यानी कि जस्टिस, इक्वालिटी और सोशल डेवलपमेंट है, दैट शुड बी ग्रो, डेवलप without any exploitation. The directive principle envisages future society. They guide us to direction that we should go and lead us to our destination. Means what is our destination? Our destination is to grow, to develop our country. We should have to see our country in the future developed as a developed country, not developing country. The upliftment of the society and protection of society will be taken care by the state. Upliftment of society यानी कि सोसाइटी को डेवलप करना, and the protection of the society, सोसाइटी का रक्षण करना. Society means the people who are living in the country. This take care should be taken by the state. Fundamental rights limit the state leadership while directive principle extend state leadership. The fundamental rights of the people, they limit the state leadership. लेकिन लोगों के पास राइट है, उसकी वजह से जो स्टेट लीडरशिप है उस पर कंट्रोल आता है. बट दिस डायरेक्टिव प्रिंसिपल दे एक्सटेंड द स्टेट लीडरशिप. फंडामेंटल राइट्स मेक अ एक्सिस्टेंस ऑफ डेमोक्रेसी while directive principle society and finance impart aim to for interrelation of democracy. So there is no opposition between them, but both of them complete each other. So directive principle and the fundamental rights, they both are at what side we are seeing, so they are different. One is giving the existence of the democracy, okay, it is a limit the state's policy, state leadership, and one extend the state leadership. Fundamental right to make existence of the democracy while directive principle society and finance impart the aims to enter relation of democracy. So there is no opposition between them, but both of them complete each other, यानी कि दोनों एक दूसरे से complete होते हैं. Without fundamental rights, that directive principle are incomplete, and without directive principle, fundamental rights are incomplete. Means when they both together, both are complete each other. Okay, so dear students, here is the our chapter 9 is over. I'll going to send you also the textual and the additional question answer PDF. So you have to write in the notebook all the textual questions, okay, and the additional question you should have to read it. Okay, thank you, bye bye, take care.